What's up, to the gang? It's your girl, to the gram, back with another video. As y'all can tell by the title, we're gonna go ahead and talk about part 2 of our exposing our old apartment complex. Before we get to it, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and y'all, let's just get straight into it. So my big sis Crystal, she commented on the first part 1, and she said that it is normal for where she is for them to not include everything in the rent, which I understand that, but I already showed the contract or agreement, whatever you want to call it, lease, all of that is the same shit, that when we first moved in, the first owners had everything included. Everything was included. And they didn't try to change that until before we were about to move out recently. So that was one of the reasons. So let's backtrack. First, they tried to claim that we never paid our rent in February, and it ended up charging us a late fee in March. I have the screenshots right here to show you that it came out of my account. I got the email confirmation that it was paid and everything. Well, the reason why they were saying that we never paid is because they were switching over their systems and didn't tell anybody. So their old system did not tell, like, it didn't communicate that we had paid before they switched over. So they were having technical glitches that happened around that time, and that's why they were like, oh, well, you never paid, so here's a late fee. Boop, sent emails, sent proof, baby, no. Take that $100 off, because, baby, we paid, okay? Then, late March, they had a technology glitch with their phones, their emails, their website, everything. Everything was completely haywire. You could not get in contact with them at all. And of course, it was around a time where you had to pay for April, right? Well, I had to take time out of my day because I work a 9 to 5. So I had to basically turn around and be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to be late to work because I gotta pay this rent, because I don't want them to give me a late fee because they already gave me one the month prior. So yeah, I had to do all that, baby. That was 2 inconveniences within 2 months of each other already, right? We already had in our mind we were leaving, but, you know, the stuff was adding up at this point. So then, we had enough. It was too much going on. So I did send a notice of vacate. We sent our little, it was literally a couple days before we actually vacated the property, but they still got it. Okay, that's all that matters. They still got it. I'm pretty sure they knew that we were leaving because we didn't even pay for the month of July. So I'm pretty sure they knew we was about to be bouncing anyway. But the difference between my apartment now and the old apartment is that when I say everything was included, that means besides electricity. But everything else was included besides electricity and Wi-Fi for the most part. The old apartment used to include water, trash, washer and dryer, pest control, and other things. My current apartment does offer these things, and it's all in the rent. Everything is in the rent, which I love. But the difference is the old apartment really just wanted to pocket more money, because I felt like when they bought the complexes, because they have like 5 or 6 complexes all in one that they own, right? And I feel like once they bought everything and they saw how much money it was, and they realized they weren't, you know, getting enough money for themselves, that's when they decided to up the rent and charge stuff differently than it was before, because they figured, oh, they could get more money like that and da-da-da-da. But it's like, y'all don't offer nothing to keep me here for $1,200. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, honey, y'all don't have nothing. And then you offer the gym, but you got to pay separately for the gym every month. So it's like, no, absolutely not. Like, that's the only thing y'all offer, and y'all don't do nothing with y'all property. Y'all property looks like shit. Overgrown grass, trash everywhere. Like, y'all got tree limbs falling off of trees and just sitting. Like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But one other thing that my current apartment does provide is Wi-Fi, and it's included in the rent. Only thing that we pay for separately is our security deposit, because we went through a company called Jetty, and we pay them every month to secure our security deposit. So we have that separately, and then electricity. Everything else is included in the rent, and we're only paying $1,100. Yeah. And the old apartment wanted me to pay $1,200 just to stay all together. That includes the rent and everything that you would have to pay separately. So in the end, I still would have been paying more to stay at the old apartment when I literally moved, and I'm paying less. And everything's included. I don't have to rent out my washer and dryer. I don't have to pay for pest control and property. Like, I don't have to pay for none of that because everything's already together. Like, all I gotta do is play Clico and Jetty separately, and that's it. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But it does feel good to know that we don't have to pay Wi-Fi separately anymore, because the way our system was, it was kind of janky, y'all. Like, I would pay for majority of the stuff, and then he had like Wi-Fi and like other stuff. It was all over the place. But I love that this apartment complex has everything in one, so all we have to do is just divide the expense of the rent itself times 2, and that's it. So the point I'm really making is that the new owners of the old apartment, once they got comfortable, it went to shit. It completely went to shit. Our apartment complex wasn't the worst. They had other apartment complexes that had caution tape up. They had like fully like construction going on that had been sitting there for years. Like, ours wasn't as bad, but the entire apartment complex as a whole is a shit show, and that's just putting it nicely. But yeah, the only thing I couldn't wrap my head around is that this is the only apartment complex that was asking for a ridiculous price for things that other apartment complexes were asking for. So like, these luxury apartments, okay, cool, they can ask for $1,200 and $1,400. That's cool, they're luxury. This is not a luxury apartment complex. This is a regular apartment complex, and y'all asking for $1,200. Y'all are dicking. Absolutely dick. I'm not going to expose them. I said that from the beginning. I'm not exposing. I don't want no cease and desist. Okay, I don't want no lawsuits, none of that. I don't want no legal trouble. But just know this apartment complex is absolutely ridiculous. If anybody recommends or like asks for recommendations, they're not going to be on my list at all, unless, you know, some really big things happen and stuff start changing for the better. But my thing was, why would I stay at an apartment complex asking for $1,400 a month, and they don't do anything, when I could go somewhere else way more decent for hundreds of dollars less? Wouldn't you do the same? Y'all seen how my apartment was at the old one, and y'all about to see how the new one is. When I tell you the upgrade for the same price I paid at the other one is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, yes, we did have to downsize a little bit in our apartment, but it doesn't make a difference. It feels more homier to both me and Malcolm, and that's what's the most important thing. So I just wanted to go ahead and, you know, say that for part 2, there's not gonna be a part 3. If y'all want to continue the conversation, we can do it in the comments. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let y'all really know, like, this ain't the apartment complex you want to be at any stage of your life. Because baby, why in the hell would you be spending $1,200 for a small 1-bedroom apartment and they don't do nothing? No, can't be me, and it ain't gonna be me, because I'm happy where I'm at, paying $1,100. And I got 6 different amenities, and I could call maintenance in the office whenever, and they pick up and do what they gotta do. And they have way more tenants and complexes than the old apartment had, by the way, and they get shits done. So I just wanted to say that real quick. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and to the gang, I'm gonna see y'all next time.